everybody.
All right, good morning.
Morning.
For those of you that are always here at 6 o'clock, how do we open our huddle?
Who's the most important person here?
Right, who's the most important asset at WL?
Brad Clayton.
Okay,
I get it.
this morning, we're having a safety stand down. We're having a safety stand down. What brings us together this morning? Who can tell me why we're here having a safety stand down?
Somebody broke the life critical rule.
Right, which one?
Lord.
Number 4. Okay, what is life critical rule number 4?
Lockout, tag out. Hazardous control.
Always comply with hazardous energy control program, lockout, tagout procedures. Correct. First thing I'm going to read, I'm going to ask. So I ask you what brought us here together this morning. Somebody broke life critical rule number 4. Why is this safety stand down important?
Be safe.
What do you guys think happened that everybody's here is at 6 o'clock Monday morning?
Near miss. Potential somebody getting hurt.
Potential death.
Near miss. A near miss is always a what, Brian? A potential what? You just said it.
A potential death.
Okay. Are those serious?
Yes.
Okay. So how does this violation of life critical rule affect families and team?
Can change your whole family's whole lifestyle because you're not bringing an income to them if you're dead.
Right. First and foremost, our families. Next, how does it affect the team?
Well, we no longer have that person here doing the work that he normally does, so somebody else is gonna have to do it.
Correct. Okay. When do we use life critical rule number 4?
Anytime we climb into a machine that has power or stored energy, yeah, thank you, Dave.
When else? What do we do as drivers?
Blade.
Okay. Do we use life critical rule number 4 when we're cleaning behind the blade?
Yes.
Okay. Bob, out at the landfill, you asked me a question Saturday.
Yep.
When you're greasing your equipment, should you be locking that out?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when do we use life critical rule number 4?
All the time.
Anytime we service a piece of equipment or a truck.
Is there any question that we use it?
No.
Most of the drivers know that usually in the morning I'm laughing, having fun and everything, and I don't want to not have fun. But this morning is serious, okay? There's 2 of our team members that aren't here this morning, and I want no gossip and I want no crap. If there's any questions, they come to me. They're suspended upon investigation with pay. I don't want to see it on the Bemidji Chit Chat or anywhere else till it's done being investigated out of respect for those employees. But they broke life critical rule number 4. Not only did it get broken by one employee, but the other employee stood there and watched. What are we supposed to do if we see one of our teammates not being safe?
Confront them.
If they get pissed at you, what do you do? Okay, stop them dead in their tracks. When I say dead, that's what can happen. Come get me. Okay?
But if it's a life critical rule where you don't just walk away, I mean, if you know that that person could be in trouble, you're gonna stand there and argue with them. Well, you stand there and argue with them, you don't just walk away and let them continue.
That's right, that's what I said. Stop them dead in their tracks. You know, I don't care if you gotta grab them by the arm and pull them away from there, make them stop. Use your phone to call me, I don't care how you do it. Get a hold of me, but that brings up a great point, Brian. Why do we not leave them there alone? If they're already in the middle of that rule being violated, why would we not leave them there alone?
In case
Yeah, by the time you get back.
Okay, that's a great point, Brian, thank you. I'm going to read this. Everybody's seen it on the board and everybody's heard it probably as many times as years we've all been alive. I could have saved a life that day, by Don Merrill. I could have saved a life that day, but I chose to look the other way. It wasn't that I didn't care, I had the time and I was there. But I didn't want to seem a fool or argue over a safety rule. I knew he'd done the job before. If I spoke up, he might get sore. The chances didn't seem that bad. I'd done the same and he knew I had. So I shook my head and walked on by. He knew the risks as well as I. He took the chance, I closed an eye, and with that act, I let him die. I could have saved a life that day, but I chose to look the other way. Now every time I see his wife, I'll know I should have saved his life. That guilt is something I must bear, but it is something you need to share. If you see a risk that others take that puts their health or life at stake, the question asked or the thing you say could help them live another day. If you see a risk and walk away, then I hope you never have to say, I could have saved a life that day, but I chose to look the other way. Okay. You know what, guys, I get to the point where I don't even know what to say sometimes. This is gut-wrenching. And if you guys don't feel something for this, you know, what should safety be?
Top priority.
Okay.
Daily thing.
Lifestyle, culture, why would it be a lifestyle?
Well, it should be safety in your own home as well. So you can come back as well.
Right.
I mean, it should be 24/7 basically.
Okay, thank you, that's a very good point.
Everything you do, you need to think about in that. You know, whether it's in the job or George is out plowing snow, he's got to think about it.
Right. So I put a lockout tagout lock in everybody's cubbies. Everybody has one, correct? With the exception of Joey and Steve. Charlene, there's one on your desk. The exception of Joey and Steve, they have their own lockout tagouts in the back. They have a board. Okay.
You gotta lock out, tag out that coffee machine. Launch it.
I'd laugh, but this isn't funny. This isn't funny at all. Yes, Brian brings up a good point, though. Keep your fingers out of the copy machine when you're working on it. Make sure the power's off. I mean, it's not, I'm just saying it's not funny. I'm not saying it's not a good point. You know, that thing has power to it. If you lift the cover and get into there, it has rollers in it. It can suck your hand. You know, could injure you. Also, in everybody's slot, I put one of these this morning. Does everybody have that in their hand? Okay. Safety vision statement for WM.
It's the same. It's highlighted.
Oh, Jimmy, you're here.
All right, guys, let's not get off track here. Jimmy, come on in the camera. Okay, this is serious. There's two of our teammates that are missing this morning. This is serious, okay? I heard a lot of feedback about this Friday. I'm going to tell you first and foremost, and I shouldn't get off on this soapbox because I'm going to get in big trouble for this, but nobody ratted them out. I was the one that saw the procedure being violated. I'm the one that called it out. Okay, I heard a lot of feedback. I heard a lot of, what if Tim doesn't work here anymore? You know, what are the repercussions going to be? The point is, they could have been dead. 2 weeks ago, somebody got killed doing exactly what they were doing on that piece of machine. Now, it's possible that maybe our friend might not work here anymore. Okay? But they're home alive with their families, and if anybody's angry about that, you can bring it to me. That's fine. Okay? World-class safety is achieved when committed employees embrace safety as a core value and act consistently to influence behavior. Safety should not be considered a priority, but a core value with no compromise. It requires leadership to clearly communicate and model safe behavior, genuinely care and demonstrate concern for their employees, accepting nothing less than safe operation. Employees, too, accept responsibility for their safe behavior, actively care about the safety of others, participate in all aspects of WM safety programs. The employees of WM are responsible for safety and maintaining a zero tolerance for unsafe actions and conditions. Together, everyone can achieve the level of safety that WM wants the company and its employees. Wants for the company and its employees. Safety is a team effort, and we are relying on you to do your part. Think, act, and be safe. For those of you that are at launch every morning, what is the takeaway from this morning's safety launch topic?
Watch out for each other.
Okay? I'm going to ask for some more. Usually we end with one thing.
Be safe.
Okay. What do we follow all the time, guys?
For the rules.
What can happen if we don't say somebody to somebody because we're afraid they're going to get mad at us?
Get in trouble,
Okay.
live with the consequences.
All right. What can happen to the person that's violating the rule? Okay. Again, guys, they stressed they were doing exactly the same process that got the person in Akron, Ohio killed. Okay, and if that's hard to hear, it should be. All right? So let's have a great and safe day. I want everybody to participate this morning in the launch. I'd like for those of you that do not drive trucks to come out in the parking lot with us and go through the launch step with us so you can see what we do every morning.